special in-studio guests who are with me here. I want to introduce you to some brand new friends of mine who are doing some very, very important work. And they have a special event coming up in mid-July that they would love to invite you to. The name of the group is the StarThrower Group, and they do some great work in central New Jersey. So let's say hello to the founder and CEO of the group, Jenny Clark, who is here. Good morning, Jenny. Good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for taking the trip over. But StarThrower Group, talk about a little bit of the history and what the mission is.
We are a group that is for adults who have special needs.
Mm-hmm.
I was working with the Workplace Readiness Program in Hunterdon Central.
Sure.
And I said to the lead teacher, what happens when they graduate? You know, we're doing these great things for our friends. What happens? So we did some research, and we kind of looked into some different agencies, and I spent some time working at an agency and investigating. And I realized that not many of them give them the independence that we're trying to get them to be independent for competitive
Mm-hmm.
integrated employment.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, there's like a gap. There's a gap in services from the time they graduate to when the state kicks in with the budgets. And there's also a gap because a lot of the agencies feel that they need to fade very quickly when they go out into the workforce. Our program is kind of a transitional program so that they have the comfort and the safety of a place right on Main Street, so that they can go right up and down Main Street, and if they want to go to the library, they can go to the library or go get pizza or any of those kinds of things. But then they also have some place where they can come together with their friends, that they're there and learn pre-vocational skills, life skills.
That's great.
So we spend a lot of time volunteering in the community to try to give back as well, and it helps us to make new friends and get to know everybody that we're living with in that neighborhood.
It's a great concept because programs are wonderful, but all these programs have these little gaps along the way. There's little bumps in the road, unfortunately, that people encounter. And a group like yours that's kind of making a difference about just kind of filling that gap there and making things possible for people is really a remarkable thing to do. I've worked with groups that are a similar mission of yours, and the opportunities that they provide, some very skilled and eager and knowledgeable and just enthusiastic people, to give them an opportunity. All everybody wants in this world is just a chance, right? And a group like yours is giving people that chance that otherwise they might have to wait for or may never come their way. So I think it's a great thing that you're doing.
A good friend of mine said, it's not about making a living, it's about making a life.
Yes.
And so we're not just looking at getting a paying job. It is about everything that goes along with being an adult and having that come together. So it's definitely important to have this kind of a transitional stage.
Hunterdon specific, or is it a statewide mission?
It's a statewide mission,
okay.
But it's transportation. Whoever, if they want to drive to our program, I mean, right now we're in Flemington, and that's
not a bad place to be,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. It's
Right.
our first location, and eventually, yes, I think that this concept is the way to be treating individuals who, everybody needs something. I wear glasses, somebody puts on high heels. Those are all accommodations to help us feel more comfortable. So if I look at it that way, everybody, typical or non-typical, we need to have inclusion.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Someone once said to me that everybody at one point or another in this lifetime needed help from someone else.
Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. You're right. You're right. And groups that help are special people. You brought some guests along with you from StarThrower Group. You want to introduce everyone who took the ride over with you this morning?
Okay. So I have Justin with me. He is kind of my right-hand guy at the office. I like to say he's my assistant because he takes care of everything. He really makes sure I'm on time with stuff. And Justin was in the class with me at Hunterdon Central.
Okay.
He was one of my students. Sean is with me. He does our podcasts at StarThrower Group. We run podcasts so that we can talk about what's going on in the neighborhood and just whatever our members are interested in. So Sean is our lead on that. And then Josh is my first employee from he's our staff member. He's an employment specialist.
Okay.
So he helps everybody find jobs, and then he also helps manage the office and take care of what we do on a daily basis.
Very cool. Well, welcome everybody, and great to have you guys all here. And Josh, for what you do, man, it's got to be so rewarding when you actually make that connection and someone is going to work and they're going to learn a skill and do some great things. It's got to feel great for you.
It certainly does feel great for me, but the most rewarding part about it is probably how great it must feel for themselves.
Oh,
you know?
sure.
Because
That's true.
unfortunately, it's a very new wave, the kind of work that we do. It's only been going on for about, the past 20 years or so, and we're only just now starting to see the differences that work like this can make in society and the community.
It's such a great life enriching thing when you have a purpose in this world. I mean, we all love spare time, we all do things, but when you work and you make a difference and you make a contribution, it's a special feeling. It really is. That, like you said, it's still relatively new as well.
Absolutely. I encourage more people to do it.
I agree. I agree too. Sean, and you're a podcaster?
Yes.
Yeah, I need help with my podcast. What makes a good podcast when you're putting one together for StarThrower?
Well, we try to get a list down of things like world news,
Okay.
what's going on with the world news. Not only that, with the program itself, upcoming events.
Nice.
We try to get the word out, like what we've done in the past, what's coming up, and all that.
Okay. Do you have a special length of the podcast, or is it just as long as it is? That's how long it is.
We try to make it like maybe 5 to 15 minutes, the longest.
That I like, because it's like nice and quick. People are busy. People are doing 100 things at once. Let me just 8 minutes while I'm driving to the bank. I can listen to the podcast. That's how it's done, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You enjoy doing it. I can tell you're passionate about it.
Yeah, I mean, I love doing it. We've done it in the past, but now I have Josh here that helps.
Okay.
Now we're just looking forward to keep going on.
Sure. Regular episodes. You try to get them out regularly, right?
Yeah, I think we're doing it on a 2-week basis, Josh.
That's good. Good rotation. Okay. People can subscribe to the podcast too.
They will be able to.
Yeah,
okay.
eventually.
Okay. All right. We'll make sure we share that. And Justin, my producer's name is Justin. That's a great name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You enjoy working with StarThrower? It's a good time for you too, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you came by today and kind of filled out our panel here. So, if you would like some more information, just go to the website. It's StarThrowerGroup.com, and you can find out a lot more about what they do. Volunteers, Jenny, a big part of the mission here, right? And you're always
Absolutely.
looking for volunteers?
Absolutely.
What are some things that volunteers could do?
Ideally, the goal is to also have peer mentors as opposed to teachers or parents, because we want to be working with our peers and learning at the same time. So instead of, I don't want it to feel like school. It's more of an office situation, and that way when their peers come in, they're helping each other. They're all learning together. And then we always need volunteers. We would love people to come in and do gardening. We'd love to teach, cooking skills. We've got quite a few people who come and do that actually. But as I say, we do have that. But I mean, if there's somebody who wants to come in and say, okay, here's how you maintain your car.
That's
they
important.
may not be
Right,
driving,
right.
but it's important to know the rules of the road and things like that and how to maintain the car. There's so many different first aid, CPR, those skills. We've got a lot of things planned with that coming up in the next few months because, again, life skills,
Sure.
This is all important. And then we do have people who come in and work with them on resumes and help with that and discuss work situations. There's some other more relationship discussions that we have as well.
Yeah.
How what's appropriate and not appropriate in the workplace.
Interesting.
Things like that. Yeah, because it's definitely workplace relationships, things like that. It comes up.
Like you said, life skills, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and safety things, because we want to make sure that people aren't being taken advantage of. We practice money skills because, again, that's something, you want to make sure you're managing your money as an adult.
Yeah.
So all of those things.
And
we cover.
donations, of course. You rely
course.
heavily on donations, and
Yeah.
people can find out info about that on the website, too.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. We're going to come back. We'll spend some more time with my brand new friends from StarThrower Group, and we would love for you to join us. See how I said us? On July 11th. We'll give you all the information about a big event that's coming up, and we'll give you all the details straight ahead. Special in-studio guests from StarThrower Group who are with me here today. Very important mission that they have, and a relatively new organization that's doing some great work. And if you want some more details or you'd like to get involved in some capacity, they would love to have you join them. StarThrowerGroup.com, and you can see what they're all about there. July 11th, Jenny, is going to be a real special night for StarThrower Group. You want to talk about what's going on then?
Sure. We are celebrating our first year. We started last year and got this mission going, and basically we're going to have a gala at the Flemington Elks, and we've got you coming in. Thank you. And
My pleasure. Thank you.
A silent auction, buffet dinner. And we're going to have some dancing at the end because our guys really like to party. So
That's it. It's got to be a party.
Exactly.
You're right.
We might end up with some karaoke, then we'll be in trouble. But
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It somehow always seems to happen that all of a sudden we're doing karaoke. It's
Listen, I've been known to take part in that on myself on occasion. So you never know what's going to happen.
It's definitely fun.
All right. This is going to be a terrific night. Again, it's July 11th at the Flemington Elks, which is on Route 31 in Flemington. You can get some information for the gala. Maybe you're still looking for some silent auction items, too, if somebody wants to contribute. Sure. StarThrowerGroup.com, and we'll see you at the gala. And thank you for the invitation. I've been a Hunterdon County resident for the last 11 years, and when I can help out a group close to home, it's something I enjoy doing, too. So hopefully you'll come on out and have some fun with us at the first gala for StarThrower Group. So information at their website. It's StarThrowerGroup.com. Justin, who came from the group here, did you have a favorite event or trip that you took this year, Justin, with StarThrower Group?
One of my favorite trips that we went on this year was we went to see The Lion King on Broadway in New York.
Now, wait a minute. We took a Broadway trip to see Lion King?
You did.
I've never seen Lion King on Broadway.
You're missing
and
out.
And StarThrower went to see Lion King on Broadway.
Yep.
Wow. Jealousy. It's FOMO.
Yeah.
I have severe FOMO, so I definitely missed out there.
Oh, no.
So it's things like that. I think when I even called the other day, Jenny, you were coming back or you were en route to a bowling outing. Things like that you do all the time, right?
Yeah. Essentially what happens is we say to the members, what do you want to do? Because they'll come in and say, what are we doing today? And I want them to start to plan their day. There's no more school bells. There's no more teachers telling them what to do.
That's true.
They need to decide and learn how to make, and mommy and daddy are driving them around and doing stuff. They need to start to say, hey, I want to do this. And so they're given the freedom to do that. So they say, hey, can we go do whatever? And one of them said, hey, can we go bowling? Can we go to the Lion King? Guys, we have what we call a brain dump, and they have to come up with all of the things that you need to make that trip happen.
I like it.
And so they plan everything and then invite everybody to go. So we've done quite a few. We've gone to the beach. We've gone to New York to the Lion King. We've done the bowling. We do a lot of other trips like that. But then the issue becomes transportation, because
of course,
once you start to have everybody, so we're still working out all the details, trying to figure out how to purchase a van and things like that comes out of our budget and everything, and making that work so that we can do more, because right now we're using public transportation, which is a good life lesson as well.
Oh, sure.
Trying to make sure we're doing that. Worked very well. We took the link back and forth to the Bridgewater Mall, and they saw a movie. They saw Aladdin when it opened, so that was exciting. And that was something they all planned, but it's a tricky thing. As our group gets bigger and bigger, it's a little more difficult to get us places.
More moving parts, but you're helping more people if you look at it that way.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Oh, of course.
Justin, was there something that you helped plan or set up at StarThrower Group that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
An open house, yeah?
Yeah, he helped plan our open house, and basically
that's not easy to do.
No, it's not. Trying to make sure we have he's very good with all of the materials and computer work that needs to happen to go along with it. So like as people sign up, he keeps track of that for me, and when people arrive, there's we try to capture data on a visitor form and things like that.
Wonderful.
So he's really good at helping keep me organized with all of that.
Well, good stuff. Well, Justin and Josh and Sean, thank you guys for coming by today. We're going to celebrate on July 11th. It's going to be a fun night.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to that. You guys look like you know how to have fun, so that's going to be a good time. Good stuff,
sure.
and thank you all for being here. And Jenny, thank you, too, for the great work you're doing. Let's get people to that website and get some gala tickets and find out how they can make StarThrower Group the best thing it can be, right?
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you all for being here.